and it is Spot On Sports.
Yeah.
We are on site. We are live. We are in the building. And
Yeah.
I'm joining you, your host with the most, the knuckleheads behind the set, Tony Monk. Here with the guest, our special guest for the day, Siren, the reporter out of Philadelphia.
Let's get it.
From the north side of Philly.
And you know that man right there, the
Let's get it,
superstar
man.
himself, Bruce T.
Let's get it, man.
Taylor.
Let's get it, man. We here,
host
man.
of Spot On Sports on
East
KKAI
Ag. Shout out to
Radio.
East Ag, man. What's up? We here, man.
And my man, he's filling in for my dude B-Walk today. That is Christian Johnson. You can call him Skrills for the rest of the day.
Hey.
The PR and the broadcaster. Get you somebody who can do both.
Yeah, man. Shout out to B-Walk, man. B-Walk couldn't be here today.
That's it, man.
Man.
Guys, man, shoot, we are here. We have made our way here somehow, some way.
Yeah.
At the
Man.
2018 NFL Draft. The draft is just kicking off now. We got the TV behind us.
Yeah, we do.
All the players are here, y'all.
Hey,
Yeah, man, I
except
just-
for Baker.
Baker's
Baker's
at
in
home.
Austin.
He's
Baker's
at home.
in Austin.
He's at home. Hey.
But when we're looking at the top 5 picks in the NFL Draft, let's start with the Browns at number 1 since their calling card is pretty much on the board. We've heard a lot. Saquon Barkley. They could trade from number 4.
Yeah.
You heard that it could be Josh Allen,
Yeah.
Sam Darnold. I mean, what are we looking at when it comes to this draft?
I mean, first of all, I just want to start off by saying it's a beautiful day out here in Arlington, Texas. Beautiful fans, beautiful weather.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns have been on the clock really since the end of last season.
Right.
The number 1 overall pick, it could either go quarterback or they could go best player in the draft with Saquon Barkley.
Right.
We really won't know until that 5 minutes they have on the clock is counting down to 0.
Gotcha.
I mean, look, at this point of the day, man, at this time, in this decade, the Browns are poop, okay? You passed up on many quarterbacks. You picked the wrong quarterback. It's time to pick a quarterback. It's 7 quarterbacks, man, in here tonight.
So what's the right quarterback?
I don't know.
They have bad luck with quarterbacks. Johnny Manziel, terrible.
Yeah.
Deshaun Kaiser, unreliable.
Come on now.
Let Tyrod Taylor give his chance. If you
Yeah.
really give him
At least for a year.
Right.
At least for a year, yeah.
You got Josh Gordon. You got Coleman.
Jarvis. You got Jarvis Landry.
Landry.
You know, now you got a guy like Joe Thomas who retired, so you can look at a tackle. People don't want to think about that. They want a quarterback. It's cold in Cleveland. Every team in that division plays outside. There's no inside game. You need a strong arm quarterback, man. So I really like Josh Allen, man.
I
6'4",
I gotta go with Saquon. You've already got the pieces that you needed on offense.
Say his name again.
Saquon.
I said say his name again.
Saquon. I'm preaching out here, man. Don't let me start getting up and talking Listen, when you got Tyrod Taylor can win you games. He can win you games.
It's been proved.
Yeah.
He's been proved. He's
Super
done
Bowl
that with the
champion.
Bills. Right.
Back up, but he's a champion.
Back up, but he was there.
He got a ring.
This is true.
So, you know, with the Browns, 0-16 last season.
Yeah.
I mean, at what point do you finally rise out the ashes of the NFL graveyard and say, hey, we're here? They got a total layover on offense now. Yeah. They got some pieces on defense. Yeah. You drafted your boy last year at defensive end.
My guy from Texas A&M.
From Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So, what is it that will probably put the Browns over the top?
We know Saquon Barkley is a beast, so why not give him the chance? He could really make these plays while the line. You don't got to 100% rely on Tyrod Taylor because we know he's injury prone.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look, I really don't. They need to take Bradley Chubb, man. Ooh, Bradley Chubb.
You talking about that number 4?
See, I like him at number 4. I like him at the 4th pick.
I mean, look, to me, it's a safe bet to take him number 1.
Nah, not number 1.
Bradley
Not
Chubb,
That's
man.
too early, man.
Bradley Chubb. Look, Mel Kiper himself says that there's no reason to take a running back in the first round unless he lines up with the offensive coordinator and the ownership and the GM, and it's a time forward.
The way that Saquon Barkley is, especially running for over 43 touchdowns in 3 years at Penn State, what offensive coordinator wouldn't want that type of production on his team?
I mean, look, man, he was dynamic.
Interviews, I don't think there's one team that could say that he was a bad guy in any interview that he had. Like, how can he not align with any?
How many times did he rush over 100 yards last year? Only 2 or 3. He's not your prototypical every down guy, man.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not, man.
Yes, he is.
Look, you want that to be because he tested so high, man. Look,
It's not about test results.
That's
That's
2.0.
even to be honest. I feel like the draft, the way that talent evaluators are nowadays, they're not even looking at test results like they were back in the day. They're looking at personality, character.
That's true.
What guy we can bring into our team that can not only be the face of our franchise maybe, but make our other players better.
Well, look at the thing we're forgetting about. Since they have a passing game is there. Whether they will have it or not, that'll be the question when the season starts. But for Saquon, maybe you don't have to give it to him more than 20 times a game. We know that's what he's good for at Penn State.
Especially with the Browns signing Carlos Hyde, they have a veteran running back already in place. So that'll take carries off of Saquon Barkley's bag right there.
Need to, because he's gonna get beat up in the NFL. The NFL is a grown man's game.
And that's why you have a veteran running back with power like Carlos Hyde to take some of the carries away.
I just feel like they need to go with either a big, strong quarterback who can throw on the wind in that division, Joe Flacco, Ben Roethlisberger. You understand me? Who else is in that division right there?
You got the Bengals
and how many of those quarterbacks?
Only one.
And then Dalton is
now actually two have won Super Bowls.
But he had the defense.
But yeah,
big, strong guys, 6'5",
but
6'6".
To be honest, the defense really carried them to that Super Bowl. They
Quit
did.
lying to yourself.
No, the defense
Ray Lewis was a
them.
shell of himself. No. Yes, he was. Boy. You better quit lying. That was Joe Flacco
Ray
throwing that pill
at that time.
I love Ray.
He was a shell of himself now.
But to be honest,
is he not a shell?
Who
can run with that?
But to be honest, guys, I feel like this draft, the offense is getting a little more shine than it should be.
Right.
This draft is really defensive.
No, it's defensive.
Like, this is probably one of the best defensive drafts that we've had in a long time.
I mean, last season, the defense really ran the season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I feel like this draft is even more deep.
Yeah. I mean, look, you got the guy who has the one hand, who ran a 4.38 in the 40 from
Shaquille
UCL.
Griffin, right?
He has his brother plays in the league already.
For the Seahawks.
Look for him to maybe be in the lower first round, maybe early second round tomorrow, man. But you're right.
And speaking of defense, we know that the next team after the Browns, while the Browns are still on the clock and we wait for that pick to come in, the New York Giants pick at number 2. The stories about them, that they could possibly trade down from the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
Do they need a quarterback? Do they get Saquon? What about Quentin Nelson?
Now I see Saquon going to the Giants.
Yeah, if they don't trade out their second pick, they're going to pick.
There's no reason to trade out their pick.
As a Cowboys fan, I'm not trying to see Saquon twice this season, man.
You're not.
Well, let's talk about our Eagles fan here. Would you mind seeing Saquon Barkley 2 times?
I don't even
think
they need to draft a quarterback because Eli Manning's time is up. His time has come from the go.
And who we have in the spot on Sports Mock Draft? Sam Darnold.
Man, let me say something, man. Y'all need to stop it, man. This is blasphemy out here, man, okay? Eli has at least 3 to 4 more years.
Not four.
Give him Saquon.
Last season was done.
I mean,
he got Odell hurt. He got Odell hurt. He throws switch on every play.
Father Time will catch up to him like he did his brother.
Give him a running back like Saquon. Catch it out of the backfield. Put it in his belly. Watch him go 20, 30, boogie on the guy. Throw it to Odell. He puts 3 to 4 years on his life, man.
But you just told us that you wouldn't give Saquon the ball 20 times.
Not in Cleveland.
He getting the ball 20 times.
But so you're gonna give him the ball 20 times with a worse offensive line in the New York Giants.
Quit being disrespectful, okay?
They have a worse offensive line than the Cleveland Browns.
So the Browns line after the post-1 June cut.
So the Browns can't improve their offensive line through the draft.
Look, nobody want to play in Cleveland besides Brum, man. Huh? And we're talking about that sport right now.
I promise you, none of these draft picks, besides maybe Josh Rosen, would not mind going
to the
number
Giants,
1 overall.
Let the Giants offense be more dynamic. They gonna sign Dez on y'all ass, huh? It's gonna be Dez, OBJ.
Can't pay both Dez and then pay OBJ.
Dez gonna take a 1-year prove-it deal.
That's what he wants. That's how he dismissed Baltimore.
I understand.
He's not interested in Dez. No one wants him.
Well, they just cut Brandon Marshall. So I don't know if they're making room for number 2 or number 1, part A, part B.
I mean, for them, like I said, if they choose to trade down, maybe there's a receiver.
It's really no reason to trade out of that 2 spot. You don't get enough value trading out of that 2 spot at what you need or what you think you want.
I tell you, they're on the clock. Okay, the Browns right now, they're on the clock about over 7 minutes to go. So we'll keep tabs with that and let you guys know who they end up getting. Speaking of the New York Giants, how about this? It's just a scenario. They trade down for a receiver.
Right.
Calvin Ridley, maybe. Out of the top 10. And he's sitting there.
Yeah, but I don't see that's the problem though. You don't really draft either you're going to get the quarterback of the future or you're going to get a dynamic playmaker like Saquon right now. You dropping out of that top 10 right now, there's no talent value for you.
I agree.
In that mid-round.
To be honest, if you trade out of any pick that's outside of the top 10, you're really drafting to pick the best available player at that point.
Yeah.
Because most of the top talented players in the draft, they're going to go top 10.
Now, if you're going to tell me the Giants are going to draft out to a lower top 8, 9, 11, 12 to get Derwin James to help replace maybe solidify
to play beside Landon Collins.
Yeah, just to solidify, say we're going defensive wise. I can see that, but and only because Derwin James is still a talented guy. His grade is so high. He's only going to drop that low because, they need quarterbacks in those first 7 picks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if the Giants feel like Eli has another 3 or 4 years, they won't use that for Sam Darnold, man.
This is true.
I just feel like that.
But I honestly think the Giants have a lot of interest in both Darnold and Josh Rosen. But I feel like Darnold will probably be a better fit for the New York Giants.
Look,
based off of character.
If Eli does have 2 years left, let's say he does have 2.
Let's just say 32 games.
That's time for Darnold.
Yeah.
That's enough time. He's a big guy.
But there's the thing. That's time for any quarterback.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's time for any quarterback.
And we're not speaking about the guy Davis Webb who's already there. We don't know if as an organization, if they really like Davis Webb or not. He got drafted by the last coach, and that regime is gone. But we don't know if the new regime comes in and they said they like the guy.
I feel like David Webb, they're going to keep him on, but if they draft a quarterback this year in this draft at the number 2 pick, they're pretty much saying like
that this is our guy.
He's the future, and you can stay, be on the team. Maybe back him up in case of injury because you know how important the backup quarterback position is nowadays.
That's true.
But why would you wait until Eli Manning is completely done? Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Right.
I just don't. Honestly, guys, I know we're here. It's live. It's the day. I only like maybe 2 quarterbacks in this whole draft, and honestly, it's Baker Mayfield.
Because when we talk about Baker Mayfield, when do we talk about
it's easy bake oven time.
I don't like
easy bake oven. That's what I'm talking about.
Easy bake oven time.
Low completion percentage.
But Josh Allen, to me, people say he has the biggest bust potential.
Yeah.
But he also has the most star potential out of all these quarterbacks, especially because his arm strength is like no other in this draft class.
Look,
we really haven't seen
from her to Luke 12. We understand that.
They said the same thing about Matthew Stafford, and Matthew Stafford has been a consistent quarterback starting in this league for years.
I like it. I understand it, but
he's also a Texas guy.
Hold on now, Triple D there, man. Shout out
no,
to
he's from Austin, but he.
Who?
No, Matthew Stafford, he is from Texas.
I just about to say,
Highland Park High School. Highland Park High School.
You from Dallas?
Yeah, Highland Park High School.
You know him then.
Hey,
I was thinking of Drew Brees.
Let's keep it in the New York area.
Let's get
3rd pick, New York Jets.
Let's get it.
Quarterback.
Yeah, I think
quarterback on the back.
That's when I believe Baker Mayfield will come off the board
Really?
at the number 3 pick
I
in the
like
draft.
Baker going number 1 overall, man.
So tell me, is it the market that Baker could bring, or is the savviness? What is it
It's all
that ties New York to draft?
He can bring a winning culture.
The guy.
When did Baker Mayfield really lose when he was in Oklahoma? He never really lost that many games. He maybe lost 2 games here, 2 games there.
Hey.
I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson with the Jets because
that's early. But it's a draft.
It
is a draft.
They don't have a wide receiver. It's probably hard. It's not a wide receiver draft this year.
Yeah.
So you got a dual threat. People want to question his accuracy, but they also question Cam Newton's accuracy. But them touchdowns make up for them passing yards that's not up there.
That dual threat.
Cam Newton depth of targets never fell lower than 7 yards. He averaged a depth of targets of 10.75. So
I have to disagree with you on one thing.
What's that?
This draft, it may be top heavy at receiver, but there is a lot of receiving depth in this draft.
Right.
You have players like James Washington out of Oklahoma State, Pettis out of Washington, who can be a great slot receiver. DJ Shark. He ran the fastest time out of all these receivers at a 4.32. There's potential at receiver, and we've seen a lot of receivers picked in the first round that haven't panned out. So I honestly feel like 2nd round it would be the perfect spot to find you're a nice receiver for the future.
And who is this for the Jets?
I feel like they're gonna get Baker Mayfield.
And let's talk about the Jets in the division for a minute.
Got about 2 minutes for the picks, Tony.
Okay, we got about 2:28. Cleveland Browns are still on the clock. We'll keep you guys updated with who those guys will be getting. Speaking of the Jets in the division, I can't say there's trouble with the Patriots because we expect the Patriots to do Patriots-like things every time.
Yep.
But the AFC East, who's fight? It's a fight
To
for
be honest,
second place.
that's a division that is honestly might be up for grabs soon.
Soon, okay.
Especially with up and coming teams like the Buffalo Bills. We know they're looking for a quarterback, but besides quarterback, they really don't have that many dire needs. I mean, maybe they could pick up another receiver.
Since we're talking about quarterbacks right now, let's get into the Buffalo Bills. There are mock drafts out there with trades that could possibly happen. Is that they could possibly jump the Jets, trade with the
pick in.
Okay, the pick is in
got the
right
pick
now.
in.
The number one pick is in.
You don't see what they
getting
talking
Number one pick is in.
You know what I'm saying? Look, we got the squad here too, man. We got some people out here, man.
Okay, they're still on the highlights right now.
Man.
Pick in. I personally think that they're gonna take Josh Allen, maybe Baker Mayfield. Who do y'all
I'm hoping it's.
think? They gonna lie, right?
I need
To be honest, I hope the Cleveland Browns have been watching the 76ers and are trusting the process and pick Saquon Barkley as the number one pick.
Saquon, who you like?
I like Saquon Barkley.
Saquon, who you like?
Saquon.
I'm on record by saying I like a quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
We not trying to have Saquon.
Baker Mayfield, you heard it here first.
You can get a quarterback at 4 if you want to get Baker Mayfield or Josh Allen.
Hold on, man.
If those are the top 2 quarterbacks on your board, both of those guys will be there at the 4 position. So why not pick?
Because if you want your guy, you're going to go get him.
But look. Each quarterback
Saquon might be the
on
guy.
the same plane as far as skill set wise. Maybe
Hold on, let's see what it is, man.
All right, the pick is in, guys. We'll see who it is.
Let's see if we can get some fans over here. Y'all type, y'all text, y'all let me know.
With the first pick in the NFL draft for 2018, the Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield.
Off the board. The first pick
Baker
in the NFL
Mayfield.
draft is
Unfortunately, this is not a
Wow.
Brown.
Unfortunately, it's not a draft for the coach because we need to get Hugh Jackson out here.
I told you guys when we talk about Baker Mayfield, we need to talk about the defense.
Trust the type, Q. Because Cody a lot to you.
I'm honestly surprised.
Trust the tape. That boy ain't saying nothing about no Baker Mayfield.
I'm honestly surprised, but Baker Mayfield has the talent. He has the talent. He has the savvy to be a great quarterback in this league.
Right.
Can we get rid of Hugh Jackson?
And with them getting Baker Mayfield, what do we expect the Cleveland Browns to do? I mean, we know Tyrod Taylor.
They're going to tailor. They're obviously tailoring their offense.
Did you pick Baker?
They're obviously tailoring their offense.
You didn't pick Baker.
I didn't pick Baker.
No, you did not.
The Cleveland Browns have shown. The Cleveland Browns are now tailoring their offense to quarterbacks who can not only throw the ball but can also scramble outside the pocket and make plays for them.
A guy similar to a Tyrod Taylor.
Yes.
First of all, I don't believe none of the hype, okay? None of them pick a quarterback. They all picked a running back. I'm going to tell you the truth on what the Browns just did, man, okay? They got LeBron James, okay? Okay? They got Michael Jordan, okay? Huh? You want a winner? You got my guy, man.
No, they did get a winner. They
can bring out.
They have a guy. They brought in a guy who has an attitude towards him.
He got an edge about him.
He will bring sort of a toughness that the quarterback position in Cleveland has not had for a long time.
I gotta ask Siren, with Baker Mayfield going to the Browns, is it Saquon to the Giants?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fact that he's going to the Giants.
They finna pick him now. They don't even need the whole 8.
Who they getting? They getting Saquon and 4?
No. The Giants.
They
taking Baker Mayfield out the draft.
Hey, man, I'm happy for my guy Baker.
It's already a bust for a lot of
He ain't even hurt. He not even hurt.
We see some fans are back there excited about the number 1 pick in the draft.
Find a Browns fan. Can we get any Browns fan over here?
We'll have to get a Browns fan to see how they feel about the pick. Coming up, like I said, you got the New York Giants. I guess kind of getting it back to them. Now you have a running back.
Okay.
Saquon is there.
Carlos.
Sam Darnold is there.
You got the quarterback.
Nick Chubb is still there.
Hugh Jackson is the quarterback.
The quarterback whisperer.
Huh? Gord, who you say?
Josh Gord.
What he used to do before every game, though, Tony? Okay.
And I'm not going to lie. Baker Mayfield is being set up in a good situation.
Yeah.
He has a talented group of veteran receivers.
Does he?
Along with the young gun in Corey Coleman.
I like it. What about
They still have
the tight end?
Tight end, yeah, they have a young tight end who's shown some ability to catch some passes, yards after catch.
And
they also have a veteran running back.
Speaking about them at number 1, let's go to number 4.
Let's get there.
Now you possibly can have Saquon coming off. We could think they're in the running for a guy like Bradley Chubb to put with Miles.
Yeah,
Garrett.
if Saquon Barkley is gone by 4, I think they'll pick Bradley Chubb to solidify the other side of the DN spot, along with Miles Garrett, the first round pick in last year's draft.
I like it. I like that.
How do you feel?
I feel like that's a good fit. Defense win championships.
There we go.
It does.
So the question is, with the first, they got Baker.
Okay.
We can assume if Saquon's still there, they get a running back, or they get Bradley.
Look,
are they contenders?
Let me tell you something about
Not
Saquon.
contenders for playoffs, but just in the AFC, in the division.
Well, look, I feel like they go defense. I feel like Saquon, he's good, my guy. But this draft is littered with running backs.
Right.
You got guys like Nick Chubb. You got guys like Michelle that play
Sonny
right
Michel.
with.
So why not get both of the cousins? How about that then? Bring both of the cousins to Cleveland.
Nick Chubb
And his cousin.
I like that. I think you could look. I'd rather you can pay Nick Chubb a little less money for 4 years, and he gonna get good productivity. You still got Duke Johnson. You still got Isaiah Crowell there. You don't play Madden, do you?
Now the one thing is, Nick Chubb shared a lot of carries with another running back in this draft, Sonny Michel.
Who do you think they're gonna pick up?
Oh, they're going with Saquon Barkley.
Who you like?
It's Saquon. It's got to be Saquon. They've been without a running back for years.
Actually, they might surprise us and pick another quarterback.
I like the guard.
Sam Darnold.
I like the guard out of Notre Dame.
Sam Darnold.
Solidify that line. The guard out of Notre Dame.
But the second pick is in.
Coming in. Goodell is on the stage, guys. We'll see who he goes.
With the second pick in it, 2018 NFL draft.
Let's see.
New York Giants select Saquon Barkley.
It's Saquon. He's gone, man.
So that means the NFC East will have to see this man.
Cowboys and Eagles fans everywhere.
We ain't scared. I know our Eagles ain't scared.
Cowboys and Eagle fans everywhere are disappointed.
So now the question is, how dangerous are the Giants again?
They're very dangerous.
Look,
They're very dangerous.
They were never not dangerous, okay? You
Yeah.
had a little marijuana problem. Huh?
This is the thing.
Huh?
They
A
all
couple
three.
broken bones. They weren't blocking last year. You fix all that in a couple of games.
This is the thing. I need the
11-5.
camera on me right now. I'm finna preach to y'all real
Hold on.
fast.
Go. Well,
Everybody knows the New York Giants.
Okay.
Either they are poo or they're decent enough to get into the playoffs. Okay. And you know once they get into the playoffs, nobody wants to play the Giants.
That's true.
They could be a wild card coming in as the 6th seed.
Okay.
And no team will want to see the Giants because they just have it's something about the New York atmosphere. Eli,
I don't get what he was
they have
doing
that
right there,
have that fight in them when it comes to the playoffs.
He just wanted to tell us about the Giants. He might be a Giants fan.
Nah, never that. I'm Cowboys all the
They
way.
do gotta see the Eagles twice.
Yeah, they
he
have
gotta
to
go
see.
up against Fletcher Cox, and he gotta
they
go
have
up
to
against
see.
Brandon Graham
Why
when
did
they
you
rush
bring
up
up
the
the Eagles?
Hey, she's
Good.
from
He got
Philly.
to
What do you mean?
right.
It's too much. It's
She
too
is
much rival
she
blood.
is the Fresh Princess.
You a Giants fan.
I like that.
This is the Fresh
you a
Princess
Eagles fan.
from
He
Philly.
a Browns fan. How am I?
Hey, no. What your son say? He like what?
Hold on.
What be on
He's
the
a
team?
child.
Red and black.
Don't
No,
bring
Falcons?
children
When I
amongst
asked
the
him if he
grown.
liked the Falcons, he said that's his favorite team.
Don't bring.
You're showing that boy
man.
Atlanta, boy.
That's a 2-year-old, man.
I don't want to. He learning from his daddy.
Nah, man. Let me tell you something, man. Look, don't bring the children into this, okay?
Wait, so now we have an interesting dynamic. Actually,
What is the dynamic?
After the first 2 picks, we've seen actually the top-rated quarterback slip.
He did slip.
So the Jets would
picks
get Sam
already.
Darnold.
Or will they
we
get
looking
Josh
at-
Rosen?
No, not Sam Darnold.
Or are we looking at Josh Rosen for New York
I think
Jets?
that the Jets, their guy's gone. They wanted Baker.
Right.
They couldn't let Baker go by, man. Okay? Baker probably mad as hell right now.
Yeah.
That boy mad as hell right now.
Because the goal is to avoid Cleveland.
He can't. Look.
Man.
The quarterback
With the type of
graveyard.
weapons and the type of offense that he would run, I wouldn't be too mad. He has
got
two. He technically has 2 top 15 receivers
No, he
on
does.
his roster
He does. And the
right
tight,
now.
tight end that's up in Joku from the U, one of the 4-5.
He should be feeling. He should look at this as this is just nothing but another Oklahoma team that I've had.
We'll see where the Browns are going with the 4th overall pick.
Oh yeah, I think they should go defense.
If they get an offensive guy to help bolster that backfield, you'll see where their offensive lineman.
Carlos Hyde is a veteran running back. I feel like they will find another running back in the later rounds.
So I tell me this: what's a suitable scenario for the Jets if their guy?
I heard that match.
I mean, you got Sam Darnold, Josh Allen.
To get Sam Darnold to be the franchise quarterback for your team.
Sam Darnold.
Why not?
Really?
He was overall #1 rated quarterback.
So
so
tell me this then.
Nah.
If Sam Darnold works out for the Jets, would this be another bad omen for Cleveland down the road if Baker Mayfield does not work out? I mean, we talking about them missing on QB.
I mean, of course it would, because you would have to look at it that way. They passed up on a guy like Sam Darnold, more conventional quarterback, to go with a guy who's ran a spread offense.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize Baker Mayfield made a lot of great passes and great throws from the pocket this year.
Yeah.
So I feel like he can translate well to the NFL, especially if guys like Deshaun Watson could, even guys like Cam Newton.
Right.
If they can translate to the NFL, why not a guy like Baker Mayfield?
And we know it takes time for quarterbacks. They got their look at a guy like Dak Prescott. Had his first great season. Second season there were a couple of struggles, but he still led the Cowboys to a winning record. The quarterback wall exists.
I mean, he won a record under the best O-line, so.
Now. Hey.
Don't do that. That sounds like some shade because we had the best O-line and stuff.
So
how
how
to throw a ball over a brick wall.
So how do you feel about the offensive line that we know Joe Thomas retired from Cleveland? So how do you feel like their offensive line can rebuild to put Baker Mayfield in a position to be great?
They need to get a line.
Honestly, since Jarvis Landry have great route running skills, he have top three hands. He don't have to really. He can get them balls out quick.
Yeah,
and that's one thing.
They don't even need they need to rebuild the O line because every quarterback need an O line, but they really don't got to really.
And that's something Baker Mayfield has been good at doing, getting the ball out quickly.
I mean, I do like that. Jarvis Landry is a new addition. I forgot.
Right.
And Baker is a quick slinger.
David Njoku is there.
David, you got Jay Gordon, man. Jay Gordon.
As long as he stay off the weed,
I
he gonna be
personally
just fine.
advocate the Kush. I feel like it's helping the mental aspect of the game. Concussion syndromes go down, but that's another topic.
Not that we know about it.
Not that we know about it. We just
we're
saying.
advocating.
I feel like it helps. You rather
go
crazy or smoke a blunt. I'm just saying. Because I RIP to what's his name for the Chargers.
Your boy, Nice Out.
Not son,
No, not him. See you say out.
Junior will still be here.
Right. Had it not.
You know what I'm saying? I feel that person.
The third pick is in.
Let's get it, man.
The third pick for the New York
y'all like,
Jets
man?
is in.
Who y'all think the Jets gonna get, man?
Hopefully
they're showing the Mark Sanchez thing. We know how
they're showing the butt fumble right now.
Guys, while we're waiting on that, speaking of the Browns at the fourth pick, here's another thing. Is it possible that an offensive tackle is there with Joe Thomas retired?
Look.
Now, to be honest, tackles in this draft aren't really highly touted. The best lineman in this draft clearly is a guard, Nelson, and I feel like he's not going to get picked this early.
Is there a trade down for a guy like Mike McGlinchey?
No. Michael, he'll go late 20s.
Nah, he's going to go to the perfect team for him later on.
Patriots.
Nah, I don't think he's going to fall that far. I say at least top 20 for Mike.
Well, there's a shuffle with the offensive talent. Like I said, we'll keep you guys updated with what the New York Jets are doing. We're going over the top 5 picks of 2018 NFL Draft. We are live here at Texas Ranger Stadium behind us. We got a good tailgate stuff going on. We appreciate everyone out here
man, shout out to
who came and
everybody
joined us and stuff. All these great people, it's been a lot of fun and stuff, man.
And don't forget to subscribe, man. Spot on Sports. Go subscribe, like. We got
the towels. Hey,
sweating.
First things first, Spot On Sports is brought to you guys by Geek Leaks and Zach's Interior and Exterior Designs. You need the roof, you need the floor, you need the walls done. Get it all done with Zach.
We couldn't be here without our sponsors. And
I miss the New York football Jets.
New York Jets go Sam Darnold.
They go Sam Darnold.
They get their quarterback of the future.
Look, we talk about a big, strong guy. We know a lot of people going off his tape in 2016.
I love this tape.
Had a real good season.
He did.
Juju Smith-Schuster was there. Adoree Jackson was there. He lost his running back.
He did.
So he faltered a little bit, similar to what Deshaun Watson did in his second season around.
Even though he won a championship.
Even though he won a championship.
Don't compare him then.
But no disrespect. But I'm telling you, based off how the season went.
Yeah.
I feel you. Now,
But to be honest, Sam Darnold this year,
yeah,
he actually had a better run game, complete run game, because he had 2 running backs he could hand the ball off to.
Yeah.
And one of those running backs are in this draft.
Sam Darnold is a pocket passer, and they don't got a wide receiver. Unless they get a wide receiver, I don't know how that's looking.
I mean, they could pick up Dez.
Now, do you like the fact that he can make plays outside of the pocket, though, when he needs to?
Yeah, like you can see, like Nick Foles before, he was a pocket passer, like a clear pocket passer. But when it was time for him to make them plays and he had to win the games, he got comfortable outside of the pocket.
Now, to be honest, one thing I've noticed, I feel like a lot of pocket passers nowadays, they have. Nick Foles came from a spread offense when he was in Arizona as a pocket passer. A lot of pocket passers really don't come from spread offenses. Yeah. So I feel like now offensive coordinators and head coaches, if you're going to pick a quarterback, do not try to tailor him to the offense that you have.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want to be if you want to be that great offensive coordinator, that great coach, you have to build your offense around that guy. If he's going to be your guy, you have to build it around him. Because that way he can flourish and you also flourish.
And let's remember,
as well.
the Jets are still an incomplete team. Even though they do have a guy like Sam Darnold, I mean, who's he throwing it to? Bruce, you mentioned a guy like Dez Bryant, but then we come into the factor isn't that why Dez kind of left Dallas with a younger guy? Does he need that? He needs a veteran quarterback. Sam Darnold may not be it.
But I feel like Darnold can make as a better passer than Dak Prescott. As in, can put the ball in certain spots for Dez to make a 50-50 play.
Right.
So you throw into a guy like Juju Smith-Schuster 1 year, you come back and you still have D1 talent. I mean, NFL prospects on the field. A lot of people question his accuracy this year, but really his wide receiver dropped a lot of passes. You get Dez on the 1 year to bolster that wide receiver core. You still got the guy from the Seahawks they had last year. Who's the guy that caught the crazy pass in the Super Bowl, number 15?
Jermaine Kearse.
Yes, Kearse, you know what I'm saying? And they had another little Robbie. They have Safari Jenkins is still the tight end. You have a couple, and then you still have a draft, man. Let these guys
running back in the second round.
Yeah, let them go all 7 rounds and see what they pick up.
The Jets know that this is not a 1 year process.
No.
They're still going to have their struggles this year. Yeah. To be honest, I feel them finishing a little ahead of the Dolphins, only if maybe Ryan Tannehill could come back a little healthy. We've seen Ryan Tannehill.
We believe in Tannehill.
But Tannehill has shown he can win some games. Tannehill can win games.
I don't like him as a quarterback.
I mean, he can win. He wins games though. He can find ways to win games.
True, he's an original wide receiver from Texas A&M, man. They swapped him over his senior year. Honestly, you want to talk about somebody reaching for a quarterback? The Miami Dolphins reached when they picked that guy up like about 5 or 6 years ago.
I mean, but we know Miami Dolphins not good with quarterbacks. Like they signed Jay Cutler.
Yeah, this is true.
That's true. And you lost Jarvis Landry, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a team we should look forward to. Them, the Arizona Cardinals and Buffalo Bills, to try to get up in this draft and go look for that quarterback of the future.
Yeah. No, I mean, of course. When you lose a guy like with the Cardinals losing Palmer, the Dolphins, even though Tannehill is above average, he's not reliable.
But to be honest, he's only not reliable due to the fact that he can never stay on the field. Yeah. If he can stay on the field, the Miami Dolphins possibly could have been. They could have been a playoff team.
This is why
more often than they have.
This is why I tell Tony all the time when we debate, I don't like Sean Lee. The problem with players is it's a woulda, shoulda, coulda league.
All players are tissue paper.
I'm saying, why do we love LeBron?
Because he doesn't get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt.
He kills.
He shows up night in.
But why doesn't he get hurt though?
Because he drunk milk as a kid. I don't know.
No.
Leave me alone.
You have to think about it. Off-season programs for NBA is way different than the NFL. Okay. In the NFL, they've even shortened their off-season workouts, their program. So a lot of more players are getting injured.
Is Tom Brady injured like that?
At that time to prepare their bodies.
Is Roethlisberger not on the great ones that we love?
Roethlisberger played with a broken thumb the year he won a Super Bowl.
I love Phillip Rivers. You know why? He played with a torn ACL in the playoff game,
right? And didn't win.
Jay Cutler got on the sideline
but he couldn't win.
Phillip
Rivers hasn't made it past.
So should LT be a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
No, he should.
Yes, he should.
Don't talk about Hey,
LaDainian Tomlinson is easily top 5 running backs to ever play in the game of football.
Phillip Rivers beat Eli Manning and what's his name? Ben Roethlisberger in passing yards and QBR, and he said two seasons behind.
He's got skins on the wall.
He has, but those 2 quarterbacks who were taken in the same draft that he was have championships, and he hasn't even been to an AFC championship game.
Who? Yes, he had. Good line, boy.
Well,
he against the Jets.
And they lost.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me when the Jets been to a Super Bowl? When the
Jets
Jets have been to a Super Bowl?
Okay, well,
Jets have never.
They played before, divisional game.
Exactly. Phillip Rivers has never been to a Super Bowl. Eli Manning.
They lost to the Patriots.
Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers were both picked. Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger were picked after he was, and they both have Super Bowls on their resumes.
Who?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben and Eli.
Eli Manning was number 1 pick. He got traded from the Chargers to the Giants.
And he has 2 Super Bowls.
Well, duh.
And Ben Roethlisberger has Super Bowl. What does Phillip Rivers have?
Bro, who did Phillip? LT was a pool running back.
Phillip
Okay?
Rivers. The San Diego Chargers. The San Diego Chargers were the best team in the AFC.
LT was a what? 28 touchdowns win? Come on, man.
Antonio
He's
Gates.
a full running back.
He's a basketball
And
player.
then, what running back have you seen catch the ball out of the backfield like LT? What running back has caught the ball out the backfield like LT ever?
LT set a new standard.
Ever.
Le'Veon Bell.
Never.
Le'Veon Bell.
How many years later?
He still hasn't.
Huh? How many years later?
What you mean?
Because who was doing it
I
first?
said Bob Hayes. Bob the Bullet Hayes.
Look, I can guarantee you right now, Le'Veon Bell will
Bob
not.
the Bullet Hayes.
Look, camera, please. Camera, please. Le'Veon Bell. He just said Le'Veon Bell.
Wow.
Le'Veon Bell will not finish his career with more touchdown receptions than LaDainian Tomlinson. It's here now, the hottest take ever.
Hey, man, I don't hear all that, man. It's blasphemy.
So speaking of the Cleveland Browns at 4, it seems like we lost it on the TV. It's like it's trying to load up. But it's safe to say that it's going to be Bradley Chubb from NC State.
I honestly believe that's what they need to do.
We would love to see that.
They went cornerback with Denzel Ward.
We got exclusive here.
Man, that's a surprising pick.
I have that.
Yeah, that's a surpriser.
But they did. But Joe Hayden, he is gone. It does make sense to them to get a cornerback. Yep. You still do have Myles Garrett to create some pressure.
Denzel Ward from Ohio State.
Your guy.
Lockdown guy. You know those. He's a Buckeye. He's a Buckeye. He's a pirate.
I got to ask our special guest.
What?
I got to ask.
What?
How are you feeling right now about the picks that the Cleveland Browns have made? Are you surprised? Are you optimistic? Or are you nervous?
With the Browns, I'm always optimistic because they still have Hugh Jackson. This man won 1 game under his entire coaching year with the Browns. Get rid of Hugh Jackson, then maybe I'll see the rebuild of the Browns. But as of right now, they will probably have a better record than 0.
Yeah, but we've seen Hugh Jackson have some success in the NFL. So what is? Maybe he just needs his time to get the guys.
Look, the Browns have been a losing team for a long time.
Yeah, so it's going to take
time to bring that back up.
This is his second or third year there. It's going to take time for him to get his guys in there that he wants.
So let's move to number 5, guys. We got the Denver Broncos coming up. John Elway, we know he's a crafty guy. He can do a bunch of different things.
Now
they could be in the running for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is still there. Josh Rosen is still there.
Yeah. Or they could take a shutdown cornerback to replace Talib.
Minka Fitzpatrick could be there to help replace Talib.
I honestly don't see Minka playing a lot of just corner on the outside.
Like a slot guy.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be that slot to safety guy only because he has that skill set. He has the skill set to cover inside guys, and he also has the skill set to tackle guys.
Right. That's true. I mean, he played a lot. He said he's more comfortable with playing that safety position, honestly, in the box close to the line. He said he only tried to play the cornerback position because of a guy like Nick Saban who challenges you and wants you to develop your game. And he can do it.
And he makes plays. So he's probably the best blitzing defensive back that we have in this draft. When you have a defensive back who can get after the quarterback like he can and make plays, why not take him to be that impact player on your defense?
Here's the thing about the Broncos. They found themselves in a kind of a quarterback bind since Peyton Manning left. You tried Brock Osweiler, and you didn't pay him.
Case Keenum.
Right. He left after his 7 games to go get his money with Houston. You tried Paxton Lynch. You traded up to draft him. Yeah. That didn't work out.
Even Trevor Siemian in the same
draft.
Let
the guys develop. Look, this is the problem with the NFL. They're impatient. Back in the 80s and 90s.
Because windows are so small.
It's true. It's true. You have great teams. If you don't have a quarterback, you can miss the opportunity.
Yeah,
I understand.
Because to be honest, coaches are already on the short leash, but quarterbacks have the shortest leash.
Yeah.
Out of all players on the field.
And that's right. Because like I said, when you like what the Broncos had with that defense with Von Miller and the key no fly zones. They made use of that window that they had. They went and got Peyton after they ditched Tebow, and they made use of that time. They made use of it. So, like I said, it only makes sense that quarterbacks don't only have a short leash.
Yeah.
I don't have time to wait while I got other guys on contracts 2-3 years.
So if you were Denver, guys, where would you go with this pick?
I mean, you got to get a quarterback. You have to. And honestly, you still got Demarius. You still got Emmanuel Sanders. Maybe a guy like Josh Allen. Maybe. I mean, you want a high IQ guy, then go get Josh Rosen.
Now, do you think his arm may be too strong for the mile high?
But you got, the elevation thing.
Yeah, like he might throw it out the stadium.
You have vets. Demarius and Emmanuel know what they're doing.
Maybe you get a running back in this spot. I don't know.
They trade down.
Nah, I don't think running back would be the perfect the spot to pick this. But Saquon was a once in a generational talent.
No, he ain't.
We knew he was going top
Zeke
5.
is a once in a generation.
Right.
Saquon is too.
No, he's not.
Saquon caught more passes out the backfield than Zeke did.
Right. Saquon will be injury prone in the league. Okay.
You could have said the same thing about Zeke.
No, you could. Boy, stop it. No, you couldn't.
Yes, you could have.
Bro, Zeke ran on 200 yards with a broken wrist against Alabama. Huh?
That's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy.
So they on the clock still. They on. Well, while we're waiting for the Broncos pick to come in, we could probably pick a quarterback. Like I said, a guy like Josh Allen, Josh Rosen.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went guard here either. Quinn Nelson.
Yeah, I mean, you can always solidify the middle of that line. Tackles are a little easier.
So okay, if you go guard here, and then you looking at the second round.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph. Do you try to trade back in for Lamar Jackson? I mean, it's John Elway.
There are quarterbacks in the second round of this draft, which I see are better than Paxton Lynch and Trevor Siemian right now. You got guys like Kyle Alexander out of Richmond, probably one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the draft. He may not have some of the orange street and some of the top tier quarterbacks,
with some accuracy.
but his accuracy is amazing. Mason Rudolph, he put up just hellacious numbers. Over 6,000 passing yards.
And it may be one of the most slept-on quarterbacks in the draft coming from OKC.
He really could sneak into the first round or be one of the first 5 picks in the second.
Gotcha. Guys, while we wait for this fifth pick.
Oh, man, they playing my song. They Yellow Beezy.
We hope that you guys keep tuning on the Spot on Sports. We're back in just a little bit. We'll watch some of these picks, get some more of our takes ready, and come to you guys with the actual facts.
Baby.
So keep it tuned in and keep it locked in right here. We back at you guys in a
Spot on Sports, where we're not just accurate, we're spot on, baby. Wait till I get up and move my legs around.
Can I get a Modelo in the solo cup?
Can I get up for a little while? My knees.
I need a beer, man.
I don't know how to end this.
Damn.
It's on live.
Look, he won't hurt his Airtown pilot. He want to hurt his Airtown. Y'all play for the Little Lakers and Tigers together.
Well, actually, we won't go off. Scratch that. The Broncos pick is in. So we might as well go ahead and sit here for it while we're waiting for it. So, okay, we're right here on this camera. That's all good.
Let's get it.
We're finna see what the Broncos get.
I thought we was taking a break, but that's cool, though. More football, the better.
We here. Bradley Chubb, man. They took Bradley Chubb. That's what they saying. Like, hey, I love it. You pair him up with Vaughn. Huh?
That's a deadly combination right there.
And you make that front seven strong again. You always had that back
I say you got something similar to the San Diego Chargers with Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
2 double-digit
Nobody likes Joey Bosa.
But even with those edge rushers, you also still need someone in the middle to take up space. So I look for Denver later on to maybe solidify the defensive tackle spot as well.
And you got Tavon Bryan out there. You got Maurice Hurst. I mean, in case they want to come back in, there's a lot of selections. There are defensive tackles in this draft.
How is bro getting the exclusive picks before they come in? Bro is hitting us with the Bradley Chubb.
Hey, that's what we spot on.
He in there. We have an insider on the inside of the draft.
We might need to promote him to statistical.
They get their guy. They get Bradley Chubb out of NC State. They pair him with Von Miller.
How did you get the picks already?
Hey, we have our insider. We have our insider on the
insider. He better than Morton. He better than what's the other guy? Jay. He better than these guys. He just told us the 2 picks 2 times in a row.
Guys, you see it. Denver Broncos take Bradley Chubb out of North Carolina State. They pair him with Von Miller. The defense may be back in Denver really, really soon. This is Spot On Sports. We'll come back to you guys after the next few picks. Keep it rocking and shocking. Keep it tuned in. Keep it locked in.
Baby, spot on.
Should I stop my live and come back live in a minute?
You can do that. I like it.
Is it a pause?
Right.
So I can get up now?
Yes, you can get up.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Not the live part.
How you pause it, Tony?
How we gonna catch up with the picks once the other was all in?
We got it. Yeah.
So who